When it comes to making a responsible energy decision for your family and the planet, choose clean natural gas from Atmos Energy. Natural gas is safer and more reliable than other energy solutions and can reduce your home's carbon emissions by up to 45%. By using less total energy than other energy sources, natural gas lowers your impact on the environment. It's just another way that Atmos Energy makes your life better. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
You work hard to protect what is precious. We stand beside you, behind you, with caring doctors and nurses who work at Blue Cross to keep you healthy. You can count on us to help you. Protect every day.
The Quarter Pounder with cheese. The perfect ratio of cheese to beef to cheese. Its inventor thought burger and then stopped thinking. What it lacks in frills, it makes up for in beef. The only thing that's fancy about it is the ketchup. It's everything you love about a burger and absolutely nothing else. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hello and welcome to segment 1 of week 7 of the Coach Roger Cador Show. Clarence Buggs along with the coach at the Embassy Suites Hotel, 4914 Constitution Avenue, Baton Rouge's newly remodeled Showplace Hotel. Since the last time we were with our home audience, Coach, we head up to Jackson State. After a brilliant outing against LSU, Tyler Robinson takes the mound but gets roughed up early.
Roughed up early, and you know what? I did tell Coach Canavera before the game, expect that to happen. I said, here a freshman pitched a brilliant game against LSU. There is a letdown when you come to your next opponent because a freshman is thinking, he's better than sliced bread.
Right.
Which he found out he wasn't.
We come back home, we get ready for throwback weekend. Always a great weekend where the young men and the community get to relive a little bit of history.
I tell you, I tried to explain to them about the history of the Negro League and the significance of it.
Right.
That's why I bought the uniform, because I wanted it to always be a part of the Southern Grambling weekend, because so many people gave their life to make things better for all of us. And they made the country a better place for all of us to live and work.
Without a doubt. Highlights from Game 1 at Lee Hines Field. We'll roll the video, and Coach will let you do the honors.
Hey, here's right off the bat, the speedster, Drexler, and we made it. But I tell you, Santo Salvadorian, or Salvadorian Santo, I never figured out his name. He's been here for you. Boy, he was just brilliant. You don't need to know his name when you pitch
Not
like
when you
that.
pitch like that.
Because I always call him Santos. And I tell you, you have to be proud of the way he gave pitch, because no matter what I said, he said, Coach, I got it. Look at that great pitch. Wow. Took off something on the inside half of the plate. And there's Gavin Webster with a ball that over the left field ahead. But Gavin didn't understand. A scared man can't gamble, and a jealous man can't leave home. Neither one. He wouldn't do it. He had a chance. You know, and I tell him all the time about a scared man can't gamble and a jealous man can't leave home, and he didn't get it because he should have scored and almost got a guy out at first base. Now let's see what happens here. That was a good hit by Rivers Frederick, or Frederick Rivers.
Frederick.
That is a great piece of hitting by Robinson Mateo. Yeah. Second baseman made a great play. Oh, what happened? The ball hit Rivers. Oh, Clarence. Twice in 2 days in Baton Rouge. It happened at LSU, and it happened at us, right here. You know how long, you got to live a long time to see that happen. Doesn't happen much. Here's a play, but Robinson took off, and we were able to score Gavin Webster, which gave us a lead here. Now, here's a ball hit to center field. We are playing Philip Williams in center field. Santo, here's a ball. Jose does a bad job, but look at this. Watch the Bulldog Santos.
Nice.
Gave up his body.
Nice.
Say, I'm going to give it up. It's not much of a body, but I'll give it up. And he made the play. Boy, that's a dangerous play. Drexler's coming home, but he got down. It was huge because the game is 2-1 at that point. Great piece of hitting. He gets out of the inning. And we've got to make something happen because he's pitching so well. We've got to score some runs. And there is Tyler Kersey drawing the walk. Let's see what happens. And there's an error right here. An error, we got a chance, Clarence, to make something happen. Not a lot happening here. A good piece of hitting by Jose. Now I'm sending Kersey home. He's almost running me home. Well, I got to get a little further back, Clarence. I'm not as young as I used to be.
When we come back, we'll have more highlights from Lee Hines Field when the Coach Roger Cador Show continues. Stay with us.
The Coach Roger Cador Show is proudly sponsored by Shoppers Value Foods, formerly Piggly Wiggly.
You don't have to understand the physics of flying to fly easy. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport.
Eureka! What in tarnation? It's gold! The gold rush is on!
The rush is on for Gold Rush from the lottery. Win up to $200,000.
It's gold!
Get in the rush with Gold Rush from the lottery.
Trust is the key that transforms strangers into friends.
At Southern Teachers and Parents Federal Credit Union, we believe in lending a helping hand.
Transforming your dreams into reality. Because with friends, you can do anything.
Come on by and check out our competitive loan rates. We'll see your dreams come to life.
Whichever loan, we have you covered.
Hi, Coach Roger Cador here. I know adversity, and when you need legal help, you need to find Fletcher now.
Coach is always right. When you've been hurt, we can help.
Lawyer up with Ralph, Richard, and Ryan. They know the law.
I'm attorney Ralph Fletcher. Our law firm helps people every day. We can help you.
Make sure you cover all your bases. Call Ralph, Richard, and Ryan, 888-8000.
Or findfletchernow.com.
888-8000.
Of the Coach Roger Cador Show. James Fontenot gets the start in Game 2. Delivers 6 great innings, giving up just 1 earned run.
I tell you, he really pitched well. And that was a time around the 7th inning that the decision to take him out or leave him in with the bases loaded.
Right.
I told Coach Canterbury, let him stay in. I want to see where his fortitude, his guts.
Right.
Can he get the tough hit out? And he did. And that, to me, that's how you develop and make a pitcher, because now he feels he can make it happen late in the game.
The rest of the game, after that point you're talking about, we were able to pull this one off by reliever by committee.
Reliever by committee, because I tell you what, we got the lead by a play Marcus Tomlin made. We'll never show up in the box scores because he was out at first, but he gave up his body and dove and made it in. And the other play was by Sergio Torres, a ball that's thrown to him, and there was a kid on second, try to go to third. We got out at first. He made a perfect throw to third. We get a double play. We got 2 for 1, even though we gave up a run. We up by that 1 run, and we then were able to spread the gap a little.
Let's go back to Lee Hines Field, and we'll roll the tape. And as always, Coach will let you do the honors.
Well, you can see my man Santos still in there. A hit here. And there's another ball where Gavin Webster made a bad angle and the TV shows that, Gavin, I've been telling you about it, take a better angle on the ball. But, you know, it's tough when you do it. But again, Santos said, I'm going to be a bulldog. You know, here's a good play. See, people talk about the average of Torres, but the things he does defensively makes up for it. I mean, he picks balls up out of the dirt at first. He saves errors. He makes out. I don't worry about batting average. I always mention Joe Carter. Joe Carter is legendary in my mind.
Point.
219, 131 RBI. What is he doing? He's hitting when they have runners on base. So guys come in and say, I'm hitting 300, I laugh at them.
Yeah.
You know, show me a Joe Carter. There is Santos making another quality pitch. And there's a good, look at here, a play, they made an error here. Look at Marcus, there it is.
Great play.
Clarence, I live to tell you about it. And then there he is, DJ Wallace hitting the ball out the park. You know, and that's the point I'm making. There would have been 3 outs. You see, people don't understand.
For that hustle play.
Not just hustle, but heady. He gave up his body. You see, never gonna score up in. Look at the ladies over there. They want to be here, Clarence. All we got to do is invite them in. Now Gavin walks, and it keeps rolling. Look at hit up the. Look at here up the middle. He won't do it. Gavin keep understanding. A scared man can't gamble, and a jealous man can't leave home.
Is this team growing? Because in years past, we would not make them pay for that bevy of mistakes that Grambling committed.
Well, we have to see. The one thing is, I'm big on not being able to just give them the glory so quick. Let them prove it, you know. And here's a routine ball, but a good play by Sergio by staying on the bag. You know, you got to be careful by saying that they are where they are too soon, because you can get in trouble and kids feel they don't have to work harder. But here is Tyler Kersey hitting the ball off the right field wall, and he's making it into third base, knocking it in. And that's why we were able to really widen the gap. And, you know, the kids feel good about themselves right now.
When we come back, we'll talk about the rest of the weekend series with Grambling State University on the Coach Roger Cador Show. Stay close.
You work hard to protect what matters most: your family, your life, your health. We stand behind you with caring doctors and nurses who work at Blue Cross to keep you healthy. Thank you for relying on us to help you. Protect every day.
You don't have to understand the physics of flying to fly easy. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport.
Hey, Coach, it sounds like savings to me.
Yes, that and an easy Diamond Monster buying experience.
As easy as can be. Just go to your computer or your cell phone, go to DiamondMazda.com, view all our inventory, new and pre-owned, apply for credit, and get approved in seconds.
Now, that sounds easy, Jeremy.
On Airline Highway or on the web, you know, we'll be waiting for you.
The Quarter Pounder with cheese. The perfect ratio of cheese to beef to cheese. Its inventor thought burger and then stopped thinking. What it lacks in frills, it makes up for in beef. The only thing that's fancy about it is the ketchup. It's everything you love about a burger and absolutely nothing else. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back to segment 3 of this week's edition of the Coach Roger Cador Show. Coach, after sweeping the first 2 games, were you worried that this team would falter, get the big head, and suffer the letdown in game 3?
Well, I often think about Marty. If they be like Marty, then we're going to have problems. Once I realized that, maybe we could figure it out. And, if we hadn't hit the 2 home runs in game 3,
right,
I thought that we had a chance to really do something against that pitcher. Once we hit the 2 home runs in the first inning, we began to take bad at-bats. We reverted to what we were doing before we won those 2 games.
Mm-hmm. That seems to defy conventional wisdom. You get the home run, but now it causes you to revert back into bad habits. Is there any logic to that? Can you explain that?
Not in today's world with today's kid. They have an answer for everything. Mm-hmm. It's all about them, self-satisfaction.
Right.
And it's about me.
Consistency seems to be the Achilles heel so far at this point in the season. Can you coach that out of a kid, or is that something that the individual has to make that dedicated effort to improving?
Well, we have to continue to coach and preach and teach that kind of stuff.
Right.
Then the individual have to buy in to the system. And once they don't, you have to make strategic changes to try and fix it, because the team and the organization is more important than the individual.
Game 3 of the Grambling series, we jump out early on them, as you alluded to, with the 2 home runs in the first inning. They battle back, take the lead. We battle back, take the lead, hold on to it for the Game 3 win and the series sweep. How proud did it make you of this team that they didn't give in when the chips were down and fold? Instead, they fought back and pulled off the sweep.
Well, it took a freshman who understood what we were trying to say to make things happen. My upperclassmen, again, just didn't do it after the first inning. They really went south. Well, when we had a freshman to understand that, and he stayed within the system, Theo Smith I'm talking about.
Right.
And he did it, and we were able to do it. And then reliable Marcus Tomlin made it happen.
The Grambling series, completely different series from the Texas Southern series in the way we played. Is TSU that much better than Grambling, or did we play that much better than the weekend we lost?
Well, TSU is pretty good. I really must say they are fundamentally sound.
Right.
They do the pitching, defense, and hitting in a timely manner. They did it against us as well as you're going to do. Now, I like Grambling's team, but I think when we go on the road to TSU, you ought to see a different result.
When we come back, it's segment 4 of this week's edition of the Coach Roger Cador Show. Stay close.
Hi, Coach Roger Cador here. I know adversity, and when you need legal help, you need to find Fletcher now.
Coach is always right. When you've been hurt, we can help.
Lawyer up with Ralph, Richard, and Ryan. They know the law.
I'm attorney Ralph Fletcher. Our law firm helps people every day. We can help you.
Make sure you cover all your bases. Call Ralph, Richard, and Ryan, 888-8000.
Or find FletcherNow.com.
888-8000.
Trust is the key that transforms strangers into friends.
At Southern Teachers and Parents Federal Credit Union, we believe in lending a helping hand.
Transforming your dreams into reality. Because with friends, you can do anything.
Come on by and check out our competitive loan rates. We'll see your dreams come to life.
Whichever loan, we have you covered.
Hey, Coach Roger Cador here. There's something about teamwork that brings the best out in any business. When I need a tow, I call Roadrunner Towing. Roadrunner's 4 generations strong and homegrown right here in Baton Rouge.
Thanks, Coach. There's no job too large or too small. Call Roadrunner for quick, reliable, exceptional service. We don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes. And remember, take time each day to be a blessing to someone. Thank you.
Beep.
Welcome back for segment 4 of this week's edition of the Coach Roger Cador Show. This weekend was Throwback Weekend, featuring the traditional Negro League jerseys and uniforms. Special correspondent Aaron Fulbright has an inside look. Aaron?
Thanks, Clarence. Putting on the throwback jerseys of the Negro League teams seemed to put the spirit of the former players into our SU players. I took a look at what this series of honoring the past African Americans in baseball meant to everyone. In the 1900s, professional black baseball began to spring up throughout America, especially in the South. This brought baseball into the community of African Americans. Over 12 years ago, Coach Cador decided to put his guys in the Negro League throwback jerseys to help his team understand where it all started for African Americans in baseball.
It's really a special thing, and I try to tell my players that they're fortunate because of the endurance, the things that the players who played in the Negro League went through. They bridged the gap.
The event was set to be played against Grambling State when they visited Lee Hines Field. Grambling's coach, James Cooper, says this matchup is always exciting between the two schools.
It's extremely important to play this series in these Negro League uniforms. It gives two HBCUs in Southern and Grambling State University opportunity to pay homage to some of our forefathers that came before us in the baseball realm. Guys like Cool Papa Bell, Josh Gibson, and Satchel Paige.
It really helps you to realize how far the game has moved from, the past times and the privileges I have to play now.
Much like the traditional competition between these two schools, the Negro League held an East-West All-Star game every year. Former head baseball coach prior to Coach Cador, Leroy Boyd, who coached from 1977 to 1984, was in attendance at the game and talked about the East-West All-Star game.
It's from all over the Negro Leagues that were chosen who were the greatest players in the Negro Leagues at the time. It was played at Comiskey Park in Chicago where the White Sox play. And it drew 50 to 60,000 people every game.
This weekend happened to be Alumni Day as players from both schools reunited at Saturday's doubleheader. A former player of the Negro League was part of that group in the stands, MC Johnson, who played for the Kansas City Monarchs.
Playing in the Negro League was a great thing for me because I thought that it was a road to the next level. But I enjoyed those days, and it's a lifelong lesson that I won't forget.
Here's a little Negro League trivia to leave you with. Honoring the past to understand where we are today.
The first African American to play in the minor leagues was John W. Bud Fowler.
There were over 200 all-black professional baseball teams in 1880.
Andrew Rube Foster developed the Negro League after World War I.
A team that was established in the National Negro League was the Chicago American Giants.
In the Negro Leagues was the Cuban Stars. It was the Dayton Marcos.
Established in the 1920s with the Negro National League was the Detroit Stars.
It was the Indianapolis ABCs.
A team established in 1920, the National Negro League, is the Kansas City Monarchs.
Other teams included Chicago Giants and St. Louis Giants.
The Negro League officially closed their doors after 1962.
MC Johnson was a delight. He said watching this throwback game really means a great deal to him. He said these are the future athletes of tomorrow. Back to you, Clarence and Coach.
Aaron, thank you. When we come back, we will wrap up this week's edition of the Coach Roger Cador Show. Stay with us.
Tarnation, it's gold! The gold rush is on!
The rush is on for Gold Rush from the lottery. Win up to $200,000.
It's gold!
Get in the rush with Gold Rush from the lottery.
Coach, it sounds like savings to me.
Yes, that and an easy Diamond Mazda buying experience.
As easy as can be. Just go to your computer or your cell phone, go to DiamondMazda.com, view all our inventory, new and pre-owned, apply for credit, and get approved in seconds.
Now, that sounds easy, Jeremy.
On airline Shoreline Highway or on the web, you know we'll be waiting for you.
Hey, Coach Roger Cador here. There's something about teamwork that brings the best out in any business. When I need a tow, I call Roadrunner Towing. Roadrunner's 4 generations strong and homegrown right here in Baton Rouge.
Thanks, Coach. There's no job too large or too small. Call Roadrunner for quick, reliable, exceptional service. We don't want an arm and a leg, we just want your toes. And remember, take time each day to be a blessing to someone. Thank you.
The Coach Roger Cador Show is proudly sponsored by Shoppers Value Foods, formerly Piggly Wiggly.
Welcome back for the closing segment of this week's edition of the Coach Roger Cador Show. Coach, what are you hoping this team will take away from this weekend's Grambling series as the most important thing that they can learn?
You can't ever take anything for granted, and that you have to work hard to earn everything that is of value.
Tuesday, we hit the road for our midweek encounter, and we take on McNeese State.
I tell you, we had 2 great games with them last year. We're hoping the same thing happens this year. We beat them at home, and we took them into extra inning there last year. So if we could play well, we have a good chance of winning.
This weekend, we are back in Western Division action as we hit the road and take on Prairie View. What do we need to do to get at least a split from Prairie View?
Well, you're going to have to execute. You have to pitch well, defend, and hit with men on bases. The Joe Carter theory exists.
And, of course, there's been a little change in the timing for these 2 games as well, these 3 games this weekend.
Yeah, we're getting into Easter Sunday, so we'll play 2 Friday, 12 o'clock in Prairie View, 1 Saturday at Prairie View.
And the good turnout from the Jaguar Nation this weekend, which I guess says despite our struggles, they still have not given up on this team.
That's a really good sign. I mean, when people still come out, and we're in a position to turn it around because of our pitching and defense.
And hopefully all those things will come together and gel as one, hopefully starting this weekend in conference play with Prairie View. On behalf of the coach, our entire production crew, I'm Clarence Buggs. We will see you next week with another exciting edition of the Coach Roger Cador Show. Till then, go Jags.